Welcome to the first episode of Dirty Riches. This is going to be a new YouTube channel regarding my 30-ish years of various treasure hunting and my knowledge that I have acquired along the way. I've never shared this stuff with anybody, but now me and my family are out in northeastern Kansas and we hunt for different stuff all the time. Metal detecting is mostly the passion, but look for bottles and arrowheads and things like that also. Even go to auctions sometimes. So please hit like and subscribe and join us on this journey, and we will help you be more successful in your adventures as well. This week's episode, we're going to be going after hunted out locations with the metal detector. This term drives me crazy. There's no such thing as hunted out. There might be hunted out for your equipment, but you're never going to get everything out of the ground. So in this episode, we visit 3 different parks within the Northeast Kansas area that are, quote, hunted out. They are hit hard, but as you'll see, there's still stuff to be had in each of them. Keep watching. Just get out of the car to get suited up. Hopefully this is an open. First gold of the year, sitting right on the parking lot. Run over earring. Definitely marked 14K. So hopefully this is a sign of things to come. Well, I've really been struggling. I changed locations to this hill that I found some silver coins on before. I've had 2 high tones all day. First one was just a copper penny, but then I just dug this. I haven't pulled it out yet to see, but it looks like silver. Sure does. Let's give this thing a cleaning and see what we got. Yeah, still really dirty, but sure looks like silver. We'll have that in the wrap up. Hopefully there's more where that came from. So I always find it interesting when someone already dug, did a really bad job at it, but then you go around it and a signal like that just a few feet away. I'm gonna live dig this. Kind of sounds like we might have some silver. Not silver, but it is a dime. That was pretty deep and missed just a couple feet away. Okay, so just had a weird signal in this hole. Pulled up a pair of glasses. It's actually got a cool design on it. See how those clean up. But that's an interesting find.
There.
What about it?
What do you think?
Possible it's a piece of jewelry, or it's going to be a chunk of aluminum can.
Check.
No, there you go.
I already dug it out. You're in the light. So am I. It's cool with the snake on it.
So just dug up a 1955 wheat penny. Didn't think it was going to be much of anything. It's a very bad signal. But I've got another signal that we're going to live dig that I just located. Turned it a little. It's in there somewhere. This is what you get for trying to live dig. Oh, I see it. It's silver.
Silver.
It's just a Roosevelt. There it is. 1961. I just dug this wheat penny out about 5 inches deep. Get it cleaned up. It looks like it's going to be a 1946. It is slim pickings, but I just got this choppy signal at about 7 inches deep, and I do believe from the color, well, this is going to be an Indian head penny. Let's see. It sure is. Let's see if I can get a date off of it. It is 1900. We'll get cleaned up when we get back. Good morning. So this would be the third part of this week's episode. New park this time. This one has been really pounded by others and myself, but I always seem to come up with something amazing out of here. So I'm going to start just running a grid pattern over some of the stuff that I worked before. A lot of this was done before the freeze and thaw cycle of the winter, but I've pulled multiple silvers out of here. Chinese cash coins from the mid 18th century, old lead artifacts, buffalo nickels, jewelry, everything else. So let's see what we can find. Had a really weird signal. Now I know why, because this steel on this old tag, I'm like 8 inches deep. I don't know what it says yet. So I have to look that up and see what I can figure out. That's a cool what's it. That's a cool what's it. Alright, so just dug this old weird signal. It turns out it's a nickel. So I haven't looked at it dug yet. Another tag, hoping maybe 5 feet from the last one. Found a lot of them here. Sheffield Division on this one. Let's see what the date is. With some sort of model 1949. Number. Pretty cool. So at least there's some old stuff still here. I actually got it after all this digging. Haven't looked at it yet. So I got the best
Doesn't
signal
look like
out here
silver.
so far.
But
Unfortunately,
I hope it's at least
it's
a week.
inside
Oh,
this tree root.
freaking modern
We'll work on this a
Rosie.
little while and see.
Well, that's a bummer. Yeah, I gotta put this back together. On to the next. So next signal, just down from my empty hole, got a similar signal, and I see the rim of it. 8 inches deep. It's a penny. Hoping it's something not modern. On to the next one. It was definitely a wheat. Let's see what they 15. Obvious. Chunk of aluminum off of the tennis balls hit with the lawnmower. Well, there's got to be something in there. What in the hell is that? That is definitely a what's it. So I just had a real faint signal. Dug, lost it, put some of the dirt back, picked it up again, and it must have been on edge, but it's a wheat penny. It's a 1955. We'll get it cleaned up and have it on the wrap up. Oh, I see it. Check that out. That is a good way to start the day. There is a walking Liberty half. There is no date on that though. That is awesome. Good morning. That rang up pretty good. Alright, so just dug a signal I thought was going to be trash because it was only 2 inches deep. It is actually a crusty buffalo nickel. I'll wipe it off and see if I can get the date on. Not bad to actually have the date show. So, just dug this up. Nothing super special, but it is a cool fishing what's-it. Hadn't made fishing lures out of brass in a long time. Really tough signal, but I'm glad to have it. All right, got a neat surface find here. I have not found one of these before. Check it out. Right on top. Old woman's watch.
I'm not ever done. Hey, go.
Probably from the 30s. I'll clean it up when I get back and see if it's anything interesting. So this is a strange thing to find down at the edge of a pond. At the battery terminal off of a car. Strange to say the least. So I'm walking back to the car and I just popped this signal. I haven't pulled it out of the hole yet, but that's a ring. Let's see what it is. That is a bling ring. Well, still cool to find. So, here's the wrap up for the week. So, Maria went with me one day, and this is what she found. So, she's got like 21 plaid coins. She's got her silver chain, wheat penny, and the pendant that was on the chain. Just pot metal though. We have my finds. So we have those two tags. Did a little research on these. They're actually related even though they're different companies. So Armco Steel also owned the Sheffield division. So they owned it, or this was owned by Armco back between 1930 and 1948. That was the overlap. So these are tags off of sheet steel that were used in the construction of that part. So that's pretty cool. And I wanted to talk about these two things that normally would just be trash. As you all noticed, probably, I use Minelab metal detectors. The reason for that is target separation. I was able to find both of these items, battery terminal with all the iron on it, because it could tell, it could tell the difference between the fact that there was a non-ferrous object in between. Same with this hose end with this big piece of steel on here. It told me that there were 3 different targets when I ran over it, even though it's all one. So that's why I use my Now on to the actual more treasury type stuff. Got my coins. This is just the clad. Overall 105 clad coins. Pretty low count for being out for 3 different parks, but that's because those parks have been pounded. If you start finding a ton of surface change, you know that it's pretty virgin territory. Did not have that situation with this week's hunts. Then we had a few keys. They're just kind of neat. End of a shotgun shell. Looked up the name on that one. It was made in the 20s. Then we got the little watch. There were no markings on that. The bling ring. Okay. Then we've got the 2 antique spinners from the fishing lures. I could not find a manufacturer name on that one, but the back of this one is super old in the way that it's made. And then we got the 1940 9 Jefferson nickel, the 1936 Buffalo. Had 6 wheat pennies total, the good stuff. Got the sterling ring, the $50 slick, unfortunately, nothing on it. The 1961 Roosevelt, the 1900 Indian head penny, which is really corroded. I had a horrible time trying to clean that up and just gave up. And then the earring that someone was nice enough to leave on the ground for us. That is all of the noteworthy stuff from the week. And happy hunting, and we'll see you next time.